Hello everyone, friends. In this video, I will explain how to trade on the FxPro broker using the web terminal on our computer. First of all, you need to become an official partner of the broker. If you haven't joined the broker yet, you can simply go to the link below this video to register. Right now, I am on the FxPro broker platform, and the very first thing we need to do is make a deposit. So I will now choose exactly which trading account we are going to fund. Let's go ahead and select this very last one. I'm going to select it right here. Even if I just choose to trade, I will immediately see a fund account button appear. Therefore, we will click on fund account. A new window will immediately appear on your screen where we are required to select our preferred deposit method. You have the option to deposit funds using various local Russian bank cards, standard international credit or debit cards, and as I usually prefer to do, I will be completing my deposit today using cryptocurrency. I select USDT. On the right, I choose the cryptocurrency network. I'll choose TRC20. So my unique wallet address has now been generated. So I will carefully copy this wallet address to my clipboard, and now I am going to make the initial deposit using my mobile phone. So I open Bybit. At the bottom right, I go to Assets. I navigate to and select the Withdraw option, then I choose to withdraw cryptocurrency, select USDT, and finally click on the On-Chain option. Next, I enter the address that we copied. Down here, we'll select the network we need. We chose TRC20. And the total amount we are going to send. First, I enter $50 and select Withdraw. So as you can see, friends, the $50 have successfully arrived in my account. It took exactly 5 minutes for the top up to be completed. They have an internal wallet. Now I need to move and deposit these $50 into the trading account. So I select Transfer from the menu. Here, I choose exactly where I want to transfer it. Let's pick the one ending in 447, which are the final digits of the account number. That's where we'll top up. And click on the button labeled Transfer. Now make your way back to the main page. Next, I will go ahead and select the option for Trade, and choose the specific method by which we will trade. You can use the Trader 5 method, but I personally don't like Trader 5 on the computer, so I choose FxPro web terminal at the top. First, let's select the specific trading account we need. Now, as you can see, the web terminal has fully loaded. At first glance, everything might seem a bit chaotic, simply because I've already customized the interface quite a bit for myself. It's just more convenient for me to work this way. Look, the terminal itself is divided into several sections. If you want to move something or swap things around, you can easily do that. Every single window features a special unique icon in the upper left-hand corner. You can simply click and drag it to any other convenient place you like. If you want, move the chart. If you want, rearrange the panels. Whatever is comfortable for you. I've personally organized everything this way for myself, because I find it much more convenient to handle my work like this. But you can set everything up the way you like. Now let's go over the most important part of the interface. We have a chart here, and you can easily switch between different charts using the quotes panel. You can fully customize this panel to your liking. To add the instrument you need, there's a plus sign at the bottom. Simply click it and select everything you want to track, whether it's currency pairs, cryptocurrencies, or any other assets. There is a huge selection here, so just add what you actually plan to trade so that everything you need is always at hand. If you scroll back up just a little bit further, you'll also be able to discover pre-assembled and ready-made collections of popular currency pairs and other financial instruments. These can also be customized. For example, I created a separate tab for cryptocurrencies so they wouldn't get mixed up with other assets. Even higher up, we have the option to switch between trading accounts. If you click on the payments section, you'll simply be redirected to the broker's website for deposits or other operations. Now let's move a bit to the left. Here, our balance is displayed. For example, you can see now that the account has been funded with $50. If you click on this area once, you'll see your P&L statistics for today, for the week, and for all time. This is convenient for tracking your results, testing hypotheses, and understanding how effective your trading actually is. Let's move down. Here we have the zoom function. You can either zoom in or out on the chart itself. You can't do this just by using the mouse wheel. To do this, you need to use the plus and minus buttons. The plus button zooms in on the chart, and the minus button zooms out, respectively. Let's move on. Time frame, selecting the time frame. For example, you can set an hourly time frame to get a broader view of the market and assess the overall picture. To the left of the time frame is a button that lets you choose how to enter a trade, either open it at market price or place a limit order. Even further to the left are the two main buttons for entering a trade. The red one is for short, meaning sell, and the green one is for buy, meaning purchase. And an important point right away, always make sure you have set the correct lot size. You can change it right here. Once you have set the time frame, we have the option to customize how the chart is displayed. You can choose bars, a line, or various other visual styles. Here you can also select the text tool and, for example, write down a personal note or reminder directly on the chart. Next, we have the measurement tool. Basically, it's like a ruler. With it, you can measure the distance from one point to another. For example, how many points the price has moved. Next are the drawing tools for the chart. For example, you can select a trend line, hold it on the chart, stretch it out, and it will appear. If you want to delete any object, just right-click on it and select Remove. You can delete text notes in exactly the same way. If you go further to the right and down, here you have the option to add any indicator. You simply select the one you need, configure it, and add it to the chart. Usually it appears right on the chart or below it. If you want to remove it, just click on the cross. Once again, I want to emphasize, always pay attention to the lot size you set before entering a trade. This is one of the most common mistakes among beginners, and that is exactly why I changed the lot size here, to the specific one that I require. Now let's go back to the quotes again. If you want to open up an additional chart for any instrument, you will first need to select the specific quote you want. Then hold down this button in the upper right corner. After that, another chart will open next to your main chart. If it's inconvenient for you to analyze the chart in a small window or you want to make markings comfortably, you can click on the enlarge button here and the chart will open in full screen. It's much more convenient this way to make sketches, mark levels, and simply analyze the market situation calmly. By the way, it's not necessary to use only the top toolbar. If you right-click directly on the chart area, like that, you can also conveniently find many of those specific functions located right there. There's also a useful alert function here. I simply select it, set it at the desired level, and when the price reaches or crosses that level, the terminal will notify me. This is very convenient so you don't have to sit in front of the screen all the time. Now let me show you how to open a trade. You can open a trade either through the control buttons on the chart, as I showed you earlier, or simply by right-clicking. For example, we can select a limit order, set it at the price level you want, and when the price reaches that point, the trade will open automatically. You can immediately set up and configure your stop loss and take profit. So for example, if the price reaches this level, a brand new short trading position will automatically open for me, and both the risk and target will already be set in advance. If you want to cancel this pending order, you can simply select it and click the cross. Here's another important point that I didn't mention earlier. My terminal is set up so that you need to click the button twice to open a trade. This is done on purpose so that you don't accidentally open a trade with a careless click. For example, to prevent a situation where you accidentally select an instrument like Ethereum. You click once and a trade is already opened without intending to. To set this up for yourself, you need to go to Settings in the bottom left and choose either single click to open with one click or double click to open with two clicks. I have it set to double click because that's the safer option. Now, if I want to open a market order right away, I simply double click on the required button at the top left and the trade opens immediately. After that, we can see it displayed at the bottom of the screen on the History or Open Positions panel. Now let's switch the current time frame to 5 minutes to make it more convenient to work with the trade. We select it and then we can easily set up a specific stop loss. Simply drag it to the desired target area. In the same way, set the take profit, for example, to the next level. That's it. After this, the trade is already protected. If the market goes against me, I will automatically close with a preset limited loss. And if you want to close the trade manually, just click the close button at the bottom. And if you want to close all of your trades at once, then click close all.